At what stage in your career did you start planning for your life after sports?
I want to say when the twins were born, I was just turned 28, so that kind of made me wake up. And I want to say maybe like around 30 or 31, I was 10 years into the NBA, kind of defined all the odds and realized, okay, like this is not going to last forever. Although I ended up playing 15 years, probably at 30 or 31 is when I started thinking about, okay, like what was going to be next and what are some things at this time I feel like I want to invest in. Knowing that obviously investing is a risk, but if it was going to actually hit, it was going to take, a handful of years to manifest as well. So then I kind of started looking into different opportunities to invest in that I was interested in. And, like I said, that's when I kind of started my life after basketball thought process.
So when you were looking at what investments that you wanted to invest in,
Mm-hmm.
what drove that decision? Was it something you were passionate about? Were your friends bringing you opportunities? Like, how did
Stuff that I just thought was cool, stuff that that I wanted to be involved in, stuff that kind of went hand in hand with my daily life. I think the one regret I made is I didn't invest in any kind of real estate. Like I said, I bought my first house at, what was I, 25, 26 maybe, but outside of that, there was no more real estate, which I wish I would have kind of dug into real estate a little bit more. But just cool stuff, you know what I mean? Like the stuff I'm involved in with my hair care line that's in Target, and a betting company that I was really excited about, but my partner had different ideas and took it to another direction, which I wasn't too happy about. But like I said, stuff that kind of just caught my eye that I thought that kind of went hand in hand with my life.
So your investments in the beginning, who did you use on your team to kind of vet those investments out for you or tell you, hey, Matt, maybe this is not a good idea?
Yeah, my financial advisor,
Okay.
his team, and then obviously he had a team that looked over stuff. So I mean, they were solid investments, but you kind of never know what the outcome could be as solid as they may seem initially. So I lost some money and some stuff ended up working, but like I said, I think that's just the process of growth and understanding what investing is about.
You've distinguished yourself in your playing career as being very tenacious, hardworking, someone who will give it all on the court to win. Do you bring that attitude and that intensity to your business as well?
Yeah, I think being an athlete, you kind of naturally set yourself up, if you know what you're doing, for the next stage, because there's so many things in sports that cross over to life in general and then business as well. Discipline and work ethic and being able to work with a team and understanding the strength in numbers and all that kind of stuff. So I did take that grind and that mindset from the court to what was next. So it was, I don't know, I kind of found myself after my 15th year and winning a championship. When I decided to retire, waking up in the morning early, like, okay, well, damn, I don't have to go work out. Like, what do I do?
Right.
So I kind of just started reading up on stuff and really getting into the email game and really just kind of figuring out, like, what do I really want to do next? Like, I'm financially stable to kind of sustain this life for a little while, but I'm someone that wanted more and wanted to make more money and kind of had an understanding that my Act 2 had the opportunity to be bigger than my Act 1. I kind of just used basketball as a platform to open doors for life after basketball. Luckily I played 15 years, which beats the odds, but like I said, I retired at 37 and I still have hopefully more than half of a life to live, so finding other stuff I was interested in and excited about moving forward is kind of what drove me. Like I said, when I'm in stuff or invested in stuff or attach my name to a brand, it's something that I have to really believe in, something that I use daily. And that's why I feel like I've kind of had success because, I was known for having nice, clean haircuts in the NBA, so now I have a hair care product. So like I said, it's something you can see me with every day. I was known for smoking weed, and now I'm an advocate for it and have a company for it. So that's something I use every day, and so on and so forth. So like I said, I have a fresh press juice company called Vibe Health Bar up in Sacramento that I started with some friends from high school, and it's kind of our version of Starbucks. We kind of feel like, although during the pandemic it slowed down, like this new generation is more juice and health than coffee. So it's like a Starbucks, but with just juices and healthy foods and smoothies and shots and stuff like that. So it's stuff I get involved in, is stuff that, like I said, I use daily. Like, you'll never see me attach myself to something that I don't like or I don't agree with or anything like that, because my soul is never for sale, no matter how much money you can give me.
So all of your investments definitely seem to align with your passions, which is really, really important. I think that it sounds like you're able to pour more energy into those because it's actually things that you like and you use. But you have a super diverse
it's different
business interest. But I did like the fact that you said that some of your investments involve your friends. So could you maybe talk a little bit, how do you go through the process of, because I'm pretty sure a lot of your friends have given you, brought you business plans or opportunities that they want you to partner with them, but how do you identify, one, what's a good business partner in a friend? And then two, also, if it's a good opportunity or not.
Well, it's a tricky space, anytime you cross friendship with anything, whether it's romanticism or business, it's always that tricky space if you started as friends. So it's just, I've been very cautious, in dealing with friends when it comes to business. Like I said, my Vibe Health Bar, my fresh juice company, is with friends. But outside of that, my investments I've become friends with those people. So those people were strangers or people that I kind of knew. Obviously with the flower shop, I knew them too, but we kind of developed relationships because I think it's important to really like who you work with. You know what I mean? So like I said, I can't work or invest or be around someone that I don't enjoy being with. Like all my people that I have invested in or have businesses with are people that I would have come to my kid's birthday party or come hang out with me, something that we can talk and relate to outside of what we're connected by. So if I can't do that with you, I really can't invest in you. So like I said, it's that thin line between, okay, you're my friend, but you have a good idea, or I'm going to give you money because you're my friend. You know what I mean? So I've been lucky to kind of avoid those type of potholes. But like I said, as far as business, like everybody I'm in business with, like they're also my friend on top of business.
And how did you prepare for that? That's a different role than traditionally what you have played.
Yeah, I just think now in the climate we live, a lot of these companies want to touch our communities or where we came from, but they're doing it from a 30,000 view instead of having people who came from these communities do it. And I think, whether it's Ease or Coke or any of these big companies that really want to get back in the community, you need people that know these communities. You need people that can point you in the right direction, because sometimes the big groups with the big names aren't really doing anything in these communities. You need someone who can really point you out, like that group's doing something, give them money, give them some money. So that's what I think I brought to Ease is, I have a pulse for the streets. Because I came from there, I still have family there, I still have friends there, so I understand what our people are looking for and how to gain their trust. And just throwing money isn't enough, you know what I mean? Because everyone tries to throw money, so you got to really do some tangible things. You got to have boots on the ground and be in these communities and get to know these people. And I think that's what I bring to Ease, is someone that speaks for the people, has a pulse for the people, and wants to do good by the people. And like I said, most companies have the right idea now because we're in such a crazy time that, hey, we do need to help these communities. But they are, that's just like, you can't expect a bunch of, old rich white men to kind of know what Compton needs or what Oakland needs or what Oak Park in Sacramento needs, because they've never spent a day out there, So I'm
That's
someone
true.
who's been through all these areas and know what people want and know what people are looking for. So that's the kind of advantage I try to bring to these companies that, I made the board, and I'm actually about to announce 2 more companies that I'll be on the board within like the next few weeks too. So it's working. But it kind of trips me out, like I said, to think back the who I was or who people thought I was, this thug and this bad guy and this, crazy basketball player. But at the end of the day, I've been able to capitalize off my realness and my intelligence and really be able to, position myself to be very comfortable. One thing I would stress to athletes is understanding, obviously, investing capital is good, but you have to understand your power as your individual business, because everything I'm doing now, I can't tell you the last time I put money into a company. And I'm involved in a lot of companies now because of my likeness and my ability to connect dots and my abilities to open new doors for these companies that they want open. So just kind of understanding your brand as a person. Most of the time, that's going to take you a lot further than actually putting capital into or put capital into an investment.